présentation de cette demi-journée, deuxième session. Donc c'est ça, c'est en anglais, English? Okay, so place, field okay. Since 20?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a long time, so what is the field okay? C'est le OK sur gazon?
Gazon.
Okay.
Oui.
This one?
Yes.
Is it very heavy? No? Elle est très lourde. Elle est très lourde. Ah, okay. Okay, perfect. So let's go.
Okay. So, hello everyone, I'm Tzetzangari Gallardo. I'm from the Western School of Conservation and Restoration, Guadalajara, Mexico. And I'm going to present the material study of the 15th century tarot cards with non-invasive imaging and spectroscopic techniques. The principal internship objects were the analysis for the tarot cards with non-invasive imaging and spectroscopy techniques, and the creation of watercolors and wash for a graphic arts material library. So these are the objects of study. We have two different sets of tarot cards, Italian. So we have 8 with figures. These are the only ones that we have, and it's supposed to be the oldest in Europe. And we have 2 different kind of cards, numeral. I'm going to talk about the Cavalier de Bâton and the Six de Bâton. So we have previous investigations. In 2021, a group of conservators and conservation scientists from the Morgan Library and Museum made a technical and comparative analysis for the materials and techniques used in the oldest surviving sets of tarot cards. These cards are in Yale University and in the Morgan Library and Museum. So for the cultural heritage research, we need the object of study, and then we need to have the methodology or the steps to follow. With, in this case, the non-invasive imaging, spectroscopic and structural techniques, and the data. Here we need to have the acquisition, the treatment, and the interpretation to have the final results. For the characterization of materials, we need to expose the object to specific radiations. It could be ultraviolet, X-ray, infrared, gamma ray, and we register the response of the object with a specific detector. So we obtain 2 different types of complementary information, could be elementary or structural. And at the end, we can characterize the material. And we use different imaging techniques. Once was the binocular observation and the transmitted light photography. The others were the visible image, the infrared pulse color, UV image, pulse color. And also we have the fluorescence image, the transmitted light visible. We have the transmitted light for infrared also because we found different kind of objects. So we need to have a different approach to the object. And finally, the X-ray. For spectroscopic and structural techniques, we use XRD, XRF, force, hyperspectral, and XRF. We have here the XRF and the confocal and the XRD. This is the hyperspectral for the support. We have a manufacture technique. Here, the first step is that we have different layers. So they glued each one, and then second, they fold just to form the figure that we have in number 3. You can see that the color blue, we have the design. And in the number 4, we use the retina light photography to see with more details just the surface of the card. Okay, so we conclude that the manufacture techniques was based on folding layers of paper for all the cards. And the supercomposition, well, it's a graphic that shows the type of paper. We have 2 different kinds of papers. It could be animal or vegetal. In this case, it's vegetal. It could be a line. So we have first contact with the text present on the in-between layers with the transmitted infrared photography and also with the radiography. We use the XRF, and to have like more quality, we use in the negative form. So in this case, we can read better. Here, Giovanna Vasco made a transcription of some letters and some phrases that she found in the card. The other card, it's kind of similar. We have text, but not as clear as the other. The state of conservation. Okay, we use also retina light photography to see the pigments and the textures, the gold, and how the cards are conserved. It's a good state. We only have the 2 holes, but it's just. In the other, we can see the colors, the gold, also, and the different kind of textures. We have a previous process of restoration. We can see with the UF and the false color and infrared, it's just a hole on the top of the card, and it's like in a different color. The pigments. Okay, so we have different colors in each card. We have the white, the gold, the green, and the red. This card is really characteristic because we found a different green, and we can have like different elements. This is the numeral one. We have made same, blue, the gold, the bold, and also dark inks. The color palette is dark inks for both blue and red and gold also. But for the one that is on the right, you can only find the difference is that we can find white, orange, green, and beige. And in the other, we have silver with gold. We found different elements in the XRF. We use XRF with helium to have trust elements, and just to have like more specific information. So we start with the dark inks. We have carbon black and metal gallic. In this case, is zinc. So we can see like in the visible is brown, in the infrared is red or gray. And in the binocular observation, we notice that one is on the top of the other. So in the map of XRF with zinc, we can see the one is of red. This one, we have iron. So in the visible is brown and the false color is red. We can see in the gold because of the bold, but it's just like, for example, in the flowers that we have found here, we can see this kind of black. For the blue, it's azurite. In the visible as well is blue. In the false color is violet, and in the VR is black. We have the bands in the hyperspectral that say like it's azurite. So the principal element is copper. We use XRD to prove it, and also in the XRF maps. Here is how I said the same. We have the different kind of images, but it's azurite as well. For red, we have the presence of mercury, so it could be vermilion or cinnabar. In the visible, it's red, and in the false color is yellow. We also have red lakes. It's not like in the whole card, or not just in specific points. We have a spectral angle mapper. So it's red lake, cochineal, or kermes for both. And we have on the top of the blue or on the red that it's here. So we have It's like decorations in the card or over the other pigments. Could be like in blue, in the red, or in the gold. The other we just have in the red, kind of in the leg and in the horse. It's like kind of similar of the technique of manufacture. So for the greens, how I say we have two different greens. One is green earth and the other is copper-based pigment. We know this because of the different spectral angle maps that we did. So it's like it's green earth. For the gold, we did a microtopography, so we can see the texture of the gold. And in the maps, we have the gold and also in the XRT, so it's really confirming. The silver, we use the same as in gold. We have both techniques. For the bowl, well, it has like a really characteristic color, like pink, purple, red. It's because we have like gypsum and an iron-based pigment, so that's why it has that color. In the reflectance spectrum, in the 3 range, we can see that it's gypsum, and in the XRF map, we have the calcium because of the gypsum. And well, to include a comparison of the pigments palette we found, we have the black, the white, the blue, the red, and the green, with the other cards that they study at Morgan Library and the Yale Visconti Mondron. The ones that are in black, gold, it's the different colors that they have in the cards, and the ones that are in blue, gold, is the one that we have different from them. It's like kind of similar. And with this, we can approach to the date of the cards because they analyze 3 different sets. So it's supposed to be like the oldest one. For the conclusions is that the research in cultural heritage, such as the study of the 15th century tarot cards, provides valuable insights into historical manufacture, artistic, and technical practice. We confirm that utilizing imaging spectroscopic and structural techniques offering diverse insights into the material aspects of cultural heritage. And for the perspective, it's the interpretation of the other 8 cards. And we need to do the XRF2 with spectroscopy with copper anode in order to enhance the observation of the writings. And additional complementary analysis with Raman and FTR spectroscopies. And well, the analysis from all the persons that participate in this project. Also for the creation of the watercolor and wash. Thank you very much for your attention.
So do you have any question to Tzetzang?
Not a question, but a comment that to study such as small cards and collection of these small cards, how many techniques you have used it in such a way to be capable to identify the pigments. It's quite amazing.
Yeah, it's really we did a lot
Could you
of
repeat
work.
it?
Yeah, it was nice. A lot of the technique we used to have the conclusions, and yeah, we did a lot of work with Victoria. It's here. It was like a lot of work. That's interesting because we found different things, and we did more and more and more, and we can discover a lot of things. For example, the writings was like really amazing to see when Laurent said the photo, and we saw in the computer, it was like, oh, wow. So we have layers from some text we need to find, or it's interesting. Yeah.
Very nice.
And do you have varnishes on the surface of the card or not?
No, that's why we did the confocal to see like if we have something on the support, but no, we don't have like too much information.
And do you have an idea of the binding, the nature of the binder?
No.
No. Yes, you have to collaborate. But what it could be, according to you, up to the edge, no? Polysaccharide or oil, or you don't know,
No,
proteins?
I don't know. No, I don't know.
Questions? Before to conclude, last chance for asking something. Non? Bon, ben, thanks a lot, Richard.